And we are live, I think. There we go. There we go. So, first of all, shout out to Bitpanda. Shout out to Bitpanda, who I've been working with this year to DCA into my crypto. And what I want to do is show you the book that I have been talking about forever. So again, if you're wondering, the book I keep mentioning in absolutely everything, it is this. This is it. The Millionaire Fastlane by MJ DeMarco. This book, I was sat reading on my sunbed, and this is the thing. It was 2020. I read this book, and this changed everything for me. Probably, I think it was August 2020, and I just got back into crypto. But this was the thing that clicked it for me. So there you go. You will not regret buying this book, I'm telling you. Anyway, I have got a big announcement, and it is this. If you want to join the free DeFi chat, it is called the DeFi Lounge, completely free. Link is in the description. I'll also just bang it in the chat as well. So it should start going in the descriptions of my stuff. If you want to talk DeFi with other people, including myself, you want to keep up to date with what I'm doing, you want to access my DeFi playbook, get it all in the DeFi Lounge. Let me just pop that in the chat. Here you go. Join the what? And one thing I wanted to cover, and it is leading on from last week's stream, was leading on from this, the flywheel of doom. And this kind of relates to this. So the flywheel of doom here is your average crypto holder who, let's be honest, doesn't have any active income, doesn't have any cash flow. This talks about cash flow all the time. The Millionaire Fastlane. You know, this guy should thank me, MJ DeMarco. The amount of people I've referred to him for this book is a lot. So what I want to do is talk about the normie. And if you're a normie watching this, sorry. Yeah, so the MPC, and this is what you taught. Correct me if I'm wrong. I was gonna write school a different way then. Go to school. Age what? In the UK, I mean, let's just keep it simple to be honest with you. Go to school. Go to college. Then university. Get a job. And then retire. and you retire probably now, probably 70. And that's it. That is it. That is what you're supposed to do. And within that, let's be honest, I know people who work 50 to 60 hours a week. I really need to get a mouse. Sorry. I'm going to get a mouse for the next stream. So 50 to 60 hours, maybe one vacation a year, small house, average car, let's be honest. And that's pretty much it. That is it. No active income as well, no cash flow. Because, let's be honest, in the UK, average wage is what? If we did it in pounds, probably 2.5K a month, maybe below. I know about the average person. I don't know about someone who lives in the city of London. I know about the average standard UK. I mean, where I'm from, Bolton, you're probably looking at 2K a month, if I'm entirely honest, right? After tax, 2,000 a month. Then you've got your mortgage, your bills, blah, blah, blah. What are you left with at the end of every month? After you spend it as well on, going to the pub, big thing in the UK, groceries, blah, blah, blah. Maybe £100, if that. And that's to go on your vacation once a year, renovations to your house, and your shit car. And let's be honest, most people in the UK, this is them, unfortunately. Right? And this was me 6-7 years ago, and thinking, there's got to be another way to make money. And again, no plug to this guy, Millionaire Fastlane. There's got to be another way to get cash flowing. Yeah? What did I try? T-shirt business. I did T-shirts. I did eBay. Matched betting. What else did I do? FX trading. But with a lot of this, it's hard to get active income, cash flow. And what people call it is, you could say, monthly recurring revenue, right? Now, of course, I run a YouTube channel. I'm into crypto. So we're going to talk about the crypto side of things. Obviously, YouTube does make me money, which is another form of income. I try and get as many sources as possible, i.e. crypto, stocks, YouTube. I work with Bitpanda. We run the 10K fast track group. I promote the crypto tax software Coinly. I work with the crypto accountants. So it's all different sources of income to try and not get stuck in the hamster wheel, which is what 99% of people are stuck in. Now, if we go back to this was probably a lot of people's 2025. Yeah. Or maybe your 2025 was this, and I guarantee this is probably most people. So this is pretty much the opposite of passive income or cash flow. Because if you're holding your assets and not selling them because you're waiting for the 10x, the 20x, whatever, you ain't getting any cash flow from holding your crypto. Zero. Just like if you have a property, you ain't getting any cash flow from that unless you rent it out. Plus, if you hodl and you DCA, all you're getting ROI wise back from that is you're putting money in. So it's negative cash flow because you're consistently buying. Nothing's coming back because you ain't selling. Let's be honest, people wanted the altcoin season. And if we look at the fear and greed index, what we at now? So this now, extreme fear. The lowest we had was the 6th of Feb, which was a week ago. Not even a week ago, sorry. 6 days ago, nearly a week. And from that, we had extreme fear. So nobody, and you look on this chart here, how many times it's happened. The smart people are looking at other ways to monetize, now DCAing, and I guarantee when it was extreme greed, that's when everyone was buying. And this is where I keep talking about 2026. So this was 2025 for most people. Either the flywheel of doom, which was trying to find, you've seen all the BS YouTube videos, I'm sure. Top 5 coins. These coins are going to 100x. I mean, no offense to this guy, Alex Becker. I used to follow this guy. He's actually stopped his YouTube channel now. Or he's deleted videos. I'm not 100% sure. Let me just search him. He's got 1.6 million. Right? 1.6 million subs. And apart from an anime video, look at all this. These small crypto coins will 20x soon. These 21 tiny cryptos that can 100x in 2025. All this shit. 11 cryptos will 15x in July. These 9 tiny crypto altcoins will 50x by August. All this is what people were buying into, this narrative of the 100x, the 20x, whatever. So this is why people entered the market with the BTC, sold it and bought ETH, sold it, bought a lower cap, sold that, bought the memes, bought the 15, 20x, whatever Alex Becker says, 50x coins, and then thought that altcoin season would come and the crypto that they've either hodled or they've DCA'd into was going to go crazy. And let's be honest, it didn't, unfortunately. So that is why in 2026, or should I say the back end of 2025, started talking about DeFi. And if you missed the start of the stream, if you want to join the DeFi Lounge, the chat, put it in the chat. It's in the description. Everything DeFi. You can get my DeFi playbook in there, and you can chat with anyone discussing liquidity pools, etc., etc. Yeah, I'm in there as well, obviously. So, and I'll just go to a comment that I saw before. I'm in a Sui pool on turbos, pretty good return, 5k in with a 20% range. That range is too tight for me personally, but I hope that it works in terms of, your ROI. But good to see that you're actively getting your income, because long story short is, instead of DCing into crypto, which is a negative cash flow, and holding your crypto and doing nothing else, which isn't giving you any cash flow, people are actively using their existing assets and seeing how it plays out with the liquidity pools and gaining daily rewards, weekly rewards, whatever. Yeah. So I'm going to come back in a week and we're going to look at how realistic this particular pool that I'm in here did in terms of what it's saying for daily, weekly, whatever, and we can work it out. So we actually have in the group, this is in the community, the 10K fast track. If you want to book a call and join, you can do. And in here, we've got the DeFi dashboard. And this is where you can directly work with me. We have got this. And in this, you can track how actually the pools are working. So you can put at the bottom, yearly income goal, portfolio value, blah, 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 blah. So I'm going to just set this up. And we're going to use the figures we've got. I've just reset what it was earned. So we're going to put it at 0. It's 50 cents, but it's going up to 80. We'll just set it 0. So 2966 we're going to put on here. And then it's going to give us a rough estimate of what we're going to get. But what we can add is, so this is what has been invested. I know it's not what I invested because the price has gone down, but for the process of the video, the value, so if this has gone up or down, if you adjust it slightly, it will show. And then what you can do is work out profits taken. So we're going to see what they are next week. Profit and loss, price action, yearly income. So passively, this is going to pay me $895 a month. And I am going to be putting more in this pool. But for the process of this week, we'll just watch what happens. And I am going to put more into it. Or maybe set up an adjacent one, such as, like I don't know. Let's just say I set up a ETH USDC one. I could put, start with $1,000 in that. I'll just show you how it changes. APR, let's say we get 89%. And you can see how it changes everything. But obviously, if you're wanting to put more in, let's just say you went into a Solana pool, you invested 10K, APR was about 112%. You can see how all these add up. And then at the bottom, the spreadsheet tracks monthly income. We've got 1,900 there. Weekly income, 400. Daily, 63. So a lot of the guys use this in the community. And that is how they are gaining this cash flow. Because in 2026, in my opinion, there's 0 point just sitting doing nothing, hodling. Because you could have two, if you did this all the way through 2026, you could just be sat for 2 years doing nothing. Let's be honest. And I mentioned this on the last stream. One of the guys in the group, who's been compounding, and he's put 14K in, earned 400 quid, and he's put roughly 1 week ago. So he's earning about 400 a week, which works out equal to his weekly rewards. And he's getting 161%. And there's a few comments from everyone. And again, keep talking about this. This is where I am in 2026. DeFi has got me excited about crypto again. And that is what I want. And that is surely what anyone who's watching here get excited about crypto again and get excited of earning passive income instead of no income. You know, why not have the house that's doing nothing, hodling, losing money by DCAing, than not? And one way you can think about it, right, is two scenarios. And it is like a house. So in scenario one, we've got the hodl house. And what option number one is, this person is just sat there holding the value of the house, but it's not doing anything because they can't get any income out of it unless they sell it completely. But then when they sell it, there's no active income, there's no cash flow. But when someone's DCAing as well, they're basically spending money on the house, slowly adding value to it, right? So they might be renovating the kitchen to try and increase the value. New kitchen. But again, they may not see that appreciation for years, right? And they're actively spending money. So the balance is going that way. Their overall money is going down and there's zero income coming in. Apologies for the shit writing. Now, number two, this person rents out the house and now they're actively getting cash. We can't have red, we've got to have green. Actively getting cash every single month from the person. They've still got their asset. So in both scenarios, both have got their asset, but person number one is not making the asset work for them. In fact, they're spending money on their asset, but not receiving any money back. Number two, they're renting it out, they're getting the income, and every month they're getting that passive income, and the money's going up. And ironically, this person putting more money in may actually get less money than this person here, because actively every single month they're getting money. Every single month. And guess what? This person that is getting this money could actually just reinvest it for free. So this person could actually just get a new kitchen as well, just like this first guy, but without spending any money, or even splitting it, you know, some money to new kitchen, some money to do whatever. And that is how it works. And in my opinion, sorry to anyone older in the chat, they do say it is a boomer thing, renting out a property. Renting out a property or talking about property a lot. I saw a good meme today. But for me, if you're looking at how DeFi differs from property, is the fact that you can start with an extremely low amount to test first. You can't test renting out a house. You have to have a massive influx of cash to buy a property, and then you have to then rent it out, and you don't know how it's going to go. Are the tenants good? Is your agency expensive? Will the boiler go? Will there be a flood? Will there be problems with the council? Will the neighbours be all right? It's just an endless list when you're trying to do it with property. But with DeFi, you can test any of them, any single pool. You can test with the smallest amount possible. Now, obviously, don't put $1 in because that's just stupid. But, you know, 20, maybe $50, I'd say, because you want to see some kind of impact, you know? So if you want to put $50 in a pool and then test it and see what happens, that, in my opinion, would be a wise decision, you know? I'm just seeing if there's anything like $50 in this particular wallet. I don't want to really send any more on stream, because I may just do that on another stream. Just put $50 in a pool and we'll test how it does. No, I need to send some, but we'll do that on the next stream. But again, we're going to monitor what happens with this one, because I'm not going to take any profits from this until the next. So we've earned $1.25 so far in being on the stream for 26 minutes. So can we work that out? If we called that $1.26, it's actually more than it's quoted. So let's just say $2.52 an hour times 24 hours. I don't know what all this is. Why is it showing this? I don't want Calcia. That's a one sec. Right. $60 a day. $60 a day times by 30 days. $1,800 a month. So it's running at a high APR at the moment. So if we go back, so it's running at more than $26 a day, which is quoted at $799 a month. It's showing $1,800 a month, and that's why it's an average, because it sometimes runs higher. So that'll be interesting to come back to. And again, if you're unsure of this, if you've got any spare cash to test it with, you can enter a lot of these pools with pretty much anything. So you could just find in this USDT USDC pool 128%. See, these are the highest ones at the moment. BTC and ETH 14%, USDT BTC 98%. That's about 5% a month. BTC wrap BNB. There's just so many available out there that you can test and look at. And again, there's not just this site I mentioned before, and you've seen me use it, is Orca. This is the Solana one. You got some BTC pools on here. I think it's only 1% this though. Let's just say if we made the range 60k BTC, 70k BTC, that's only 15% range. If we did 75, so on a 22% range here, you get about 6.76% on Orca. And if you add $20k, $23k in that, you get about $1,000 a month back in BTC USDC. If you believe it's going to stay within this range. And I mean, it's just come down into this lower range as well, BTC. See, there's loads of things. It's quite good actually, Orc, because you can put different things on to check the ranges, different indicators. See, it's underbought there. And then, like this guy mentioned here, if you are into SUI, he is in turbos. And again, you can work out ranges on here. One thing I would say don't look at on this, which I've used before, is the yield strategy, because it just constantly rebalances, and in my opinion, you lose out with impermanent loss by using this, just constantly rebalancing. But I did get in near the top as well. This was about 2 years ago when I didn't understand it fully. And that's why people lose money, when they don't understand it fully. But again, if you're looking for, well, what chains, what coins that I've got, can I use it in? So what you can do is, if you go on VFAT, you've got, these are all the chains here. Some you may be familiar with, some may not, some you may have to bridge to. Then you've got the protocols that it uses here. Then you've got the indexes and the aggregators as well. And if you are unsure in terms of the platforms, etc., you can go on platform stats. Got all the chains on there. You've also got lending markets if you want to lend your BTC, lend your ETH. But also the big one that you hear us talk about is DeFi Llama. Because DeFi Llama, you can go on yields, and you can find the largest protocols on here and go through them. So obviously Lido, Ether.fi, Aave is, probably the biggest one. Uniswap will be on there, etc., etc. But there's lots of metrics that you can check. There's just so much data on here. A lot of it just, oh, sorry, well, I'm not even sharing it. This is it. So you can check how much is locked in DeFi, nearly 100 billion. The volume of the DEXs, ETF inflows, stablecoin market cap. All the chains, how much is locked on each. The yields, you can search by your token or your pair. So if you want to yield a specific pair, or you want to find a specific thing to stake, or using a liquidity pool. I think they've got an AI thing as well. Yeah, so if you pay for that, you can get Llama AI. And then another thing I would recommend, and I spoke about this on the other stream, is if you want to get into a liquidity pool that is an asset to asset, so you may want to per BTC with ETH, you may want to per ETH with another Ethereum-based coin, could be Dogecoin, you could have Dogecoin. And you want to see, does Dogecoin follow ETH? So Dogecoin. Does Dogecoin follow ETH? You want to check that. If you're an actual degen, you might want to do Dogecoin to Shiba, but you just don't know unless you have a look. I don't think that's it. There's that many different ones that are out there. There's got to be an ETH one. And all you need to do really is just test. One sec, let me just plug. Right, I just had to plug it in because it was. Are we back? It starts going crazy when the battery goes, but we're back. We're back. We're back. I'm basing my range off recent price action. Happy to open a secondary and third if need to be with low or high range. I think I've seen Jake say that in his ETH polls recently. Yeah, so you can do that. Open a pool, whether it's adjacent to it, whether it covers the original pool, or whether it cuts underneath it. So you can do that as well if needs be. These are all different strategies, and of course we chat through all these and we show guys and teach them in the community. But again, for you guys, if you want to join the DeFi chat, the DeFi lounge, you can get the free DeFi playbook in here if you want to. And yeah, I'm going to be back for more streams next week and obviously more videos. So yeah, if you're in the DeFi lounge, I'll chat to you in a sec. If not, I shall see you guys very soon.